Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and boy oh boy do we have a good week on our hands. Now unfortunately, discount wise we don't have many things discounted. In fact, one of the only 3 things discounted this week is the Truffade Thrax that you can see sitting here behind me. This is one of the better supercars in Grand Theft Auto Online. It is all-wheel drive. It is going for just over $1.6 million this week, down from $2,325,000. It's got some pretty nice customization. It's a very good looking car, and like I said, does have really good performance. Overall, I'd say the handling is the highlight feature of this thing. The acceleration is also pretty good, but the top speed is a little bit on the lower side. However, it is still an awesome car, and I think it is absolutely beautiful and definitely worth picking up while it is discounted this week. But before we talk about any other discounts going on this week in online, we got to talk about how to make some money this week. Starting off under Community Series jobs, we have new Community Series jobs that players have created on Triple Money and Triple RP. So for example, we have this race on Triple Money and Triple RP. If you guys are interested, I would say give it a shot. You can't really go wrong with it. You're going to make some good money from it. Now, by far the best bonus of the entire week is going to be on the nightclub. The nightclub is boosted in pretty much every single way. To get things started, we have double money going into your nightclub safe every single day. So every 48 minutes, instead of getting 50k, you're going to get 100k right now, as long as your popularity is close to maxed out. So make sure you guys are keeping your popularity as high as possible. Now we also do have double money and double RP and goods from nightclub goods missions. So pretty good bonus there as well. And last but not least, we have 2 times speed on nightclub warehouse goods production. So your nightclub warehouse or basement in the nightclub is going to be making goods twice as fast for the remainder of this week. So the nightclub is going to be a huge moneymaker this week in GTA Online, guys. So definitely make sure you guys are taking advantage of this. Now on top of this, we do have some discounts that we will talk about right here, right now, really quick. First things first, on the Foreclosures website, we do have a discount on nightclubs this week, and they are 30% off. So if you want to get a nightclub, they are 30% off this week. Now, if you're looking for a good location for your nightclub, I would honestly just generally recommend getting nearby to some of your other locations. For example, I have the Mission Row nightclub because I have the Mission Row bail office, as well as the Mission Row auto shop. And I also have my chop shop right here as well in Strawberry, and my MC clubhouse here. So I personally like this location for my nightclub a lot. However, the nightclubs up here are pretty good too. You can be kind of close to your arcade if you want to. MC clubhouse is available here, as well as a bail office. So pretty cool. I would definitely recommend going for the Mission Row nightclub. I personally think it's the best, but that might just be my opinion. A lot of people would probably disagree with me. However, with your nightclub, you also have a 30% discount on all renovations, as well as modifications and upgrades to the business. So if you guys want to change anything with your current nightclub, you can do it for significantly less money this week, including the storage levels and the garage levels, which I would recommend upgrading on your nightclubs. Now on top of this, like I said, on Legendary Motorsport, you will find the Truffade Thrax discounted for almost $900,000 off, which is pretty crazy. It is a really good vehicle. Definitely look into this one for sure. And we also do have the Vapid Festival bus discounted this week as well by 30% off. So if you guys do want one of these, you could get one. I would heavily advise you to not get the festival bus though. This thing completely sucks. There's no point in having it. If you're going to buy something this week, buy a nightclub. And if you already have a nightclub, I would say buy the Truffade Thrax. You really cannot go wrong with it. Anyways, we gotta head over to the casino, talk about the podium vehicle. We gotta go to the car meet, talk about the prize ride, as well as all the dealerships, and talk about what is available this week in online. Within the casino this week, we have the Declassy Walton L35 available to be won on the podium. This thing is a pretty cool vehicle. It's very good off-road. It's got some nice customization. Overall, you can't really go wrong with trying to win it. It's quite expensive too. It's in the $1.5 million range. So I would definitely say try to win it this week if you have the opportunity to do so. Within the LS car meet, we have a pretty legendary vehicle up for grabs this week in the Pegassi Tempesta. And in order to win it this week, it's a really easy challenge. You're going to simply have to place top 3 for only 3 days in a row. This is super easy. If you got a friend you could win trade with, you guys should definitely try to get some Tempestas, because this is an absolutely awesome supercar. The performance alone is worth getting, and the customization, although a little bit lackluster and a little bit short, it does have some nice things that you could do to it, and overall it is a very good looking car just by itself. you should definitely try to win this week while it is available. Within the LS Car Meet, we have some kind of regular traffic going on. We have the Emperor Vector, which is still available on the websites in here. We also have the Karen Previon, which is also still available on the websites. And of course, the Karen Karuma, which is also still available on the websites. Now, I do think that these liveries might be at the least a little tiny bit rare for these cars, but I don't think they're anything necessarily to write home about, so I would say probably skip buying any of these vehicles this week. Within Simeon's dealership though, we do have some removed vehicles. Starting off in the corner with the Dundreary Landstalker XL. This thing's got some pretty good customization and is a somewhat decent SUV. Now performance wise, it's nothing too special. However, I do think it is a very cool SUV. I can't necessarily 100% recommend it because it is quite expensive. It goes for almost $1.3 million, which is a lot of money, especially for the performance that you're getting. But if you want a cool large SUV to maybe use in a mafia garage or something like that, the Dundreary Landstalker XL could be for you. Next up, we also have the Grotti Stinger, which I do believe is a removed vehicle. Absolutely zero customization on this thing, and for the price that it goes for, which is $850,000, that's almost inexcusable to me. I would avoid the Stinger this week. Next up, we have the Canis Seminole Frontier. This thing has a ton of customization and is quite good off-road, and for $700K, I don't think you can necessarily go wrong with the Seminole Frontier. Not the best SUV in Grand Theft Auto Online, but for free mode, customization wise, it is actually a pretty solid one. You won't really be too disappointed with the performance for $700K. I think this is a good one to pick up this week. Next up, we have the super underrated Albany Alpha. This thing has been in the game for a very, very long time, and unfortunately it is removed. Now it does sell for $150,000, and for that price you are actually getting your money's worth performance wise. Now it's not going to win you any races, but for $150K you'd be pretty hard pressed to find a car that is actually faster than the Alpha. This thing's pretty awesome. It's got a little bit of customization. Overall, I would say this is one you should pick up this week. And last but not least, we have the Western Wolfsbane. This thing is going for $118,000 this week. For that price, you can't necessarily go wrong. It's got the cool American flag livery on it, which I think is kind of neat. Overall, pretty cool bike. I would say I would recommend getting it this week. Go figure, Luxury Autos sucks yet again. It's the Castigator and the Dominator FX in here. Two vehicles that you can literally just go onto the website and just instantly purchase here on Southern. Dominator FX right there and the Canis Castigator, but thank God you can go to the dealership and purchase them instead of, you know, some removed vehicles or something like that. That would be a terrible idea to offer some more removed vehicles. That would just suck. Within the Chop Shop, we actually have a vehicle that is able to be kept this week for once in the Visser Neo. Now, it's not my favorite car ever, but it is claimable, and all you're going to need to do is complete the Gangbanger robbery, which is not too terrible. Next up, we have the Annis ZR350 available to be stolen, and for that you are going to need to complete the cargo ship robbery, and for the Willard Eudora, you will need to complete the McToney robbery. Last but not least, we of course have to go over your time trials, and your RC Bandito time trial for today is Construction Site 1, your Junk Energy time trial is Sewer System, your regular time trial is El Burro Heights, and your HSW time trial is going to be right beside where the Junk Energy one is, starting right about here, and it is going to end all the way down here at Vespucci Beach. Anyway guys, there you have it. That has been it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike, consider subscribing to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.